Please say your name and where you're from.
Hello, my name is Randy Auerbach, better known as Juliana's dad. I'm from the Detroit, Michigan area.
How old were you on September 11th, 2001?
I was 40 years old on September 11th, 2001.
Where were you on September 11th, 2001 when we were attacked?
I first heard about the plane flying into the Trade Center on the radio, good old radio, while I was on my way to work. The first tower was hit, and nobody really knew what type of plane it was. Everybody was assuming it was a small plane. After the second tower was hit, I knew right away this was no accident. It wasn't until I actually got to work where I found out that it was a large commercial plane and that the towers were on fire, and it was a much bigger deal than I had originally thought.
What were your first feelings and emotions when you heard about the attack?
I was amazed, but yet in disbelief, especially when we heard about the other attacks at the Pentagon and in Pennsylvania.
What do you remember about the nation and its leaders coming together in the days following September 11th?
The nation came together in a way that I hadn't really seen before. It didn't really last long, but at the time, everybody came together. Everybody was talking about one thing, and that was the terrorist attacks.
What did you think of the government's reaction to the attacks?
I thought the government was a little slow to react. They were slow to give the order to land the planes. They were slow to find out what was happening and to tell us, give us information as to what was happening. But then again, they were scrambling for information just like we were.
Do you believe the nation is safer today as a result of the changes that took place?
No, I don't. We like to think we're safer. We go through a lot of different exercises to make ourselves safer, like security at airports and going through metal detectors everywhere you turn around. But in the end, I don't believe we're any safer.
Do you believe the government should be able to listen to phone calls or read private emails in order to fight terrorism?
Only with a warrant.
Do you support the additional security at airports? Explain.
I do support the additional security. I wouldn't want anything to happen. I think a lot of it's futile. If somebody really wanted to do something, they could do it. They might not even use an airplane next time.
How has 9/11 changed our nation or the world?
9/11 was a turning point for the nation. Things were definitely different before that day and then after that day, especially in the way we conduct our lives. Like we mentioned before, going through security at airports and public places, getting into sporting events, concerts, anywhere where a large number of people gather.
How has 9/11 changed you personally?
Well, a few days after 9/11, my beautiful first daughter was born. So there was a lot going on in my life at that point. So, I changed a lot after that day.
Why do you think it is important for students to learn about September 11th?
We can never forget what happened. Just like other significant events in our history that we can never forget, because they will happen again if we do. Among them, Pearl Harbor, World War II. Well, okay, Pearl Harbor was part of World War II. World War I, other major events.
Do you think that terrorism can be defeated? Why or why not?
Terrorism is a way of thinking. I don't think it can be defeated. It can be curtailed, maybe. It can be reduced. It's an ideology. I don't think it can be defeated.
Okay, thank you, Randy.
You're very welcome, Juliana.